Right, I see this sign driving to work every day. It says, don't litter, put it in the bin. And it just makes me laugh because I'm thinking, surely that doesn't need to be said. Like, surely people don't need to be told to not litter. But, yes, apparently they do. And honestly, looking outside on the road, it's an absolute joke. Like, imagine you're in a car, a self-contained unit that has plenty of space to store things, and you're also probably most likely driving to a place that has a bin in the near vicinity of where you're going. But now you think, like, a tiny bit of rubbish, like, oh, I've taken up a bit too much space for my liking. I'm just going to, make that someone else's problem and chuck it outside. Who does that, you motherfucker? And I know you didn't mean to make it personal, but this is where it gets annoying because I see your rubbish outside every day and you've unintentionally made it my problem. Again, you motherfucker. Well, problems need solutions, don't they? So it got me thinking, how can we solve this most efficiently? I really love the two birds, one stone, most things I do. I mean, if you can, why not? Just like double the fun. So I've got another problem, right? I'm meant to be running an ultra in like a month. And well, it's probably a bit overdue, but I should really be getting in some longer training runs. It's just a bit tricky, right? I don't want to use the excuse of time, but I'm sorry, sometimes there's physically not enough time in the day to get a run in that's like longer than 2 hours. Until the other day. Because I had a wise idea of, so why don't I just run 20 miles home from work whilst picking up people's rubbish? Genius, right? Home. 22 miles. Let's fucking go. First bit of rubbish. I am severely underprepared for this. Didn't really bring any food. Forgot a head torch in case it gets dark. Yeah, we got some gloves though at least. Oh, look at this. Let's go. I feel like it's one of those things that it was so simple, it's beautiful. Like, the answer was right in front of me the whole time. I find it so annoyingly easy to make excuses about things. Like, yeah, sure, I could be complaining about my commute being long and that I'm stuck in a car instead of outside when I want to be running. And then it's easy to complain about not having enough time to do said running. And then also complaining about people not having the decency to take their rubbish home. It's actually ridiculous how quick this has filled up. And it's just so annoying because of how quickly they all add up on top of each other. So I need you to get rid of them and you're left with this big empty space and you can just fill with new opportunities. Like, sub out the boring things, sub in the fun things. Now, I realise this specific idea isn't anything groundbreaking or a totally new concept. It actually has a name. It's called plogging. Silly name, but here we are. And by definition, plogging is a combination of, what is it? Jogging and picking up litter with some Swedish verbs or something. I think that's a little bit too big. Which, in doing this, I've realised solves another problem, right? Because one of the most common complaints people say to me about running is that they think it's boring. It pisses me off. Like, because no, I'm sorry, being stuck in traffic, that's boring, okay? Don't you dare put running on the same level as traffic. It's absolutely joke. Where was I going with this? The solution, right? Make it into a game. Like with plogging, it's no longer just about the run, but how much you can bag from it. McDonald's has been the most common by far. My back hurts already. Like, each piece of shit is worth a set amount of points in your head that you're just making up as you go along. You're determined to get as much as possible, no matter if it takes you longer. Amazing news, 1.5 miles has it been? That is amazing, because this was getting too heavy to carry. Hey, thank you. And now we start again. A bit like Subway Surfer, right? When you have to be somewhat tactful of what like lane you choose in to go and get the coins. Except this time, just the coins are other people's cider cans. Then, the cherry on top of all of this, you get to go on a fat long run at the same time. It's just, honestly, what more can you want? It's just so many problems solved. You're welcome. I think I'm done. Yeah, basically, next time you clean your car, do it when there's a bin around. You motherfucker. I don't want to run home again. Oh my, 21 miles later, made it home, home sweet home. Worth it, I guess, I hope. Oh.